Hello, I'm Brother Andrew, Missioner for Communications and Evangelism in the Diocese of East Tennessee. I'm here to introduce you to the Digital Service Register. We are introducing this as a way to track worship metrics on digital platforms. Whether you are using Facebook, Zoom, Google, YouTube, or any number of platforms, we hope this spreadsheet will help you track metrics for current and future study and for archiving the activity of your parish in these times. Before we begin, I have one very important note. Digital or virtual services do not contribute to your parish ASA or average Sunday attendance. Do not add digital metrics to your ASA metrics that are commonly reported in your Register of Parish Services, or as we like to call it, the Red Book. Some of these numbers are fairly hard numbers. You might be able to count the number of people on camera. Other numbers are what I would call fuzzy numbers. Metrics like the highest number of live views or the number of over 1 minute views of a video. Figures like these aren't hard. So whenever tackling something, we should first cover why we are doing this. While we have all experienced the shock of the first month of being away from our parish buildings and our congregations, and we've experienced our first sort of digital Holy Week or virtual Holy Week, we want to be able to help your parish, diocesan leadership, and the rest of our diocese get a sense of what might be working with regards to digital services. All right, so let's first dive into where we get our metrics. The easiest is meeting platform attendance. Meeting platform attendance is derived from the number of people visually counted in a virtual meeting, whether on Zoom, Google Meet, Skype, you name it. While your participant number may be one figure, households will typically attend using one device with multiple people participating or attending. You will want to visually count the number of people present in the meeting. This is your meeting platform attendance number. The next metric is the live stream attendance number. The live stream attendance number is derived from the highest number of live stream viewers during a broadcast. In this case, I will use Facebook to demonstrate this. You'll go to your main page, and then you'll click on videos in your tabs, and you will scroll to the video that was live streamed. This is easier to do once your service has ended. And you'll click on the video, pause it on a very funny face, and then you will click on the engagements button, which will bring up a metrics window. Now, every time you click on this, Facebook will give you typically a different metric that's featured. You're going to back this window up using this backup button. And here it will show you your peak live viewers. Click on it. And it's giving us the number 12. And you will notice that during the broadcast, we had some people leave, some people join. And what we are going to do, we're going to take this number 12, and we're going to multiply it by 1.5. And there we will get the number 18. And that is the number for your live stream attendance number that we will use later. The last metric is the video views metric. This metric is derived from the number of people who watched your video at or longer than 1 minute. We're going to go back to that same live stream. Pause on yet the same funny face, and we're going to click on the engagements button again. And we will back up to the main metrics page here. And we'll go down to 1 minute video views and see that it is 44. And in this case, we have 44 video views for this video. Now I want to show you another place that you can look at metrics for a video. Facebook has begun changing how they display their metrics depending on videos. If we were to click on one of our most recent videos, it will not display that metrics button. We will need to go to Publishing Tools, and then we will need to go to Creator Studio here on the left. And this is Facebook's new publishing tool. But in here, we can actually begin to see performance of our videos. And here's our video right here that was most recently published. And we can see in the column here, 1 minute video views. This video had 61 1-minute video views, which means they watched it at a minute or longer. Let's hope they watched it for the entirety of it. So if I was recording this one, we would write down there were 61 1-minute video views. Now I would like to introduce you to the Digital Service Register. And in this case, we are using a fictitious parish called St. Dolly's in the Mountains in Townsend, Tennessee. And in here, you will notice columns that look familiar from the Red Parish Service Book. And in this, I've done a couple of demonstrations on different situations. Typically, there are 4 different situations that we have observed. Parishes might just live stream on Facebook or just from YouTube. They might do a live stream of a meeting that then goes to Facebook or YouTube. They might do just a meeting, which there is no live stream, or they may load a video to Facebook or YouTube. And those 4 situations produce different metrics, and they have numbers that go in different columns. So in this case, we start by noting the date, the day of the week, the time, the liturgical day. So if you're on the week of the 3rd Sunday of Easter, so this was the 3rd Sunday of Easter, the days following are on 3rd Sunday of Easter. You would also note whether it's a saint's day or a feast day or those sorts of things. What type of service was used? Was it morning prayer, rite 1 or 2, evening prayer, rite 1 or 2, noon prayer, Holy Eucharist, those sorts of things? The location. Now, in this, we have different examples. You can fill it in with things like Brother Andrew's sunroom, or multi-home or multi-location, or the chapel or the nave. If you need to specify which locations, those will go in the last column in the other notes. You can then note which platforms were used. It may just be one, it may be multiple platforms. So in this case, we are using Google Meet. And I just held a meeting with no live streaming outside of the meeting, and I didn't put a recording of the meeting anywhere. And so that was the Sunday service, and there were 26 people observed as attending on their cameras. So the rest of this is blank. It was on Sunday. There was no live stream. There were no video views. And I was the officiant. I led morning prayer. And there are no other notes. Nothing spectacular, nothing crazy. This next example will demonstrate what happens if you do a Zoom meeting on, say, a regular weekday. So we filled in for 27/20 on Monday, 5:45 in the evening, 3rd Sunday of Easter. It was evening prayer, right, too. Multi-home, It was Zoom. There were 10 people present in the meeting. And, oh, look, our friend from Good Shepherd Lookout Mountain, Hal Miller, joined me, a member of St. Dolly's in the Mountains in Townsend. And from across the diocese, we got together and did evening prayer. So in here, I'm going to make sure I note that it is both St. Dolly's and Good Shepherd Lookout Mountain. That's actually kind of a fun idea, right? All right, so the next line, I've put Tuesday morning prayer. So it's 4/28/20, Tuesday, 8 in the morning, third Sunday of Easter, morning prayer rite 1. And it was in the chapel of the parish of St. Dolly's in the Mountains. This time we did something a little different. We were doing our meeting on Zoom, and then we used the live stream function to take that video feed over to Facebook. So we observed that there were 30 people in the meeting itself. But here we observe that the highest number of live stream views, remembering from before, was 100. We observed 100, and then we multiplied that by 1.5, and we got 150. And then 7 days later, on Saturday afternoon or evening, I observed that there were 60 1-minute video views. And the officiant was our favorite Father Tim, or Papa T holder from St. Timothy's in Elizabethton. And there were no other notes. Then in this last one, this one is 4/28/20, Tuesday. It was noon prayer held in the chapel, Facebook and YouTube. But it was only a video. And it was a video that was loaded up to Facebook and YouTube. And we observed a total, after 7 days of being up, that it was viewed 50 times. Now, say I did this video and I threw some advertising dollars or some boosting dollars behind it, and maybe the viewership seemed to soar kind of out of the blue to 1,000, which kind of sticks out. You're going to want to make sure you write the word boosted or promoted or advertised in this little box. So that way you know that that video or that service was boosted. So that way you have a better handle on, oh, that was actually promoted. And that's why that figure is so high. And then we pretty much just ask you to keep track of your figures in this manner, and to, go down and make sure you separate your Sunday from your non-Sunday services in each pair of columns. Thank you for watching this demo video on the Digital Service Register and how to use it. Many thanks to Canon Michelle Bolt and Canon Beverly Hurley Hill for their work on this project. Should you have any questions, please send an email to me, Brother Andrew, at amorehead@dioet.org. You can find our contact information and more resources on our website at dioet.org. Thank you, and blessings on the journey.